If you're looking for a mix of natural beauty, modern culture, and world-class museums, Oslo, Norway might be the perfect city with it all. Surrounded by forests and the Oslofjord, it offers countless opportunities for outdoor adventures like hiking and boating, and the city brings forth an innovative food scene of fresh seafood and Nordic-inspired cuisine. The summer brings long days that allow more time for all the many things to do, so you never know what you might run into. For the last week, we've been up in Lofoten enjoying a bit of Norwegian island life, but we've now made the journey all the way back down to Oslo.
This city is one that I've been excited to see for such a long time just because I've always heard that it's very quiet and it has a number of different really interesting sights to see. So without further ado, let's get going.
We started our day at a local bakery just around the corner from our hotel, and I've got to say, the Norwegian pastries have been one of my favorite things about the country. They're so good and they just always seem to melt in your mouth. And something that I really like about their buns here is they often have a cardamom bun, and they just love tossing cardamom in there. It is just such an elegant spice, and we just can't find cardamom buns like over in the US, so it is such a special treat. But we also got this pistachio bun this morning. It is very, very flaky, nice crunch from the pistachio, but oh my goodness, this might be one of the best ones we've had so far. When we were over in Germany, we had the chance to go to the Black Forest Open Air Museum. We had the best time ever just because it's so interactive, being able to step into these old homes and just kind of immerse yourself into the days way back when. And so that is what we're going to be doing today. And right now we are waiting for their traditional dance show. And I'm excited to see what kind of instruments they're playing, how they're dressed, and all that fun stuff. I'm so glad we caught that performance because I absolutely loved the musical component. And there was one part where he was holding up something that looked like a fiddle. He made sure to say that it is not a fiddle, but I cannot remember what instrument he said it was just because I was so busy filming. But it sounded like there were so many harmonies going on, even though it was just one instrument. It almost sounded like maybe 2 to 3 other instruments were playing at the same time. It was just so mesmerizing, and I could listen to that all day long. It was absolutely beautiful. I might have to go and look up what instrument that is so I can listen to it as a lullaby before I go to sleep every single night.
We have already had such a wonderful time walking around the open air museum, and I'm pretty sure we've only seen about half of it, but 2 stops that we were able to make that have really stuck with me is, first, there was this house that was built back in the 1800s, and it was by the coast, and they used all of these stones on the outside, and 4 generations of this family lived in that house. I was reading about the history on that family. Some of them actually left Norway and went to America with 1,000 livestock, like sheep, brought them to Montana, apparently made a lot of money, and then came back to Norway and like upgraded their house or did a number of different things. And it was just wild to think about boarding a boat and living a life like that. And then another stop was another farmhouse that was modernized into the 1950s, but originally the house was 200 years old. And it was also very cool to see what was popular and what like a modern kitchen looked like during that time. But next up on our stop, we're going to a very historic, iconic church that I've been looking forward to seeing for a long time. It's from 1200. It's unlike anything I've seen before. Next up today, we are trying lefse, which is a traditional flatbread made from potatoes and flour. And then they also have butter in there. And then I topped it with butter as well. And this one's fresh from, I guess, her little oven or stove with the fire going. So I'm gonna give it a try. Ooh, chewy. Apparently this bread is from the 17 and 1800s. So, time-old tradition right here. Make sure that there's some lefse for me.
Oh my God. It's actually a little bit sweet. I like it. Alrighty, last item of business, we're trying some old-fashioned Norwegian candies. And I've noticed that the people here really like to eat candy because every time we went grocery shopping, I saw like kids, full-on grown adults buying bags and bags of candy. And I'm like, oh wow, I guess it's something they snack on here. I just don't eat candy, like, ever, and so I thought that was hilarious. I know Chad is way more excited to try the candy than I am. I don't know, I'm not a candy person, but to Norway. Some solid candy. I think if you like candy, you'd like it. It's hard. Okay, the thing about candies like this is it just sits in your mouth for at least 20 minutes. And it's just there, releasing sugar.
So although Claire is not a candy eater, I love candy, and I can't wait to try these. I love the fact that you can just suck on it for like 20 minutes. That's good candy.
All yours.
I actually like the fact that it's a hard candy, so you can enjoy it for longer.
I feel like tonight when we're laying in bed, Chad's just gonna have his little sack of candies by his pillow, just sucking away on them.
They're so good, I love it. It's like a Jolly Rancher. Quick pause as we say thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Get Your Guide. Get Your Guide is the leading online experience platform with more than 110,000 curated things to do in 150 countries. From exclusive attractions to off the beaten path experiences. And what Claire and I have loved about using Get Your Guide for the past 2 years is that anything you could possibly need is on their app on your phone. You have the meeting point, the tickets, as well as their 24/7 customer service. But one of my favorite things about booking with them is, as a traveler, you sometimes have a change of plans last minute, and when you book with Get Your Guide, they offer free cancellation up to 24 hours before your tour begins. This makes it super handy when you're planning your trip. You can always make adjustments as needed. So in case you're interested in any of the tours that we've done in this video, we'll link them down in the description box below. Thanks again to Get Your Guide for supporting what we do, and with all of that, back to the video.
For dinner, we've come to a Norwegian restaurant that I almost put in our food tour, but at the last minute I was like, we're gonna have it in our Oslo video instead. And so for our starter, we decided to get their El Carpaccio, and it was so good, it melted in our mouths. And for our drinks, Chad decided to get a blueberry soda, and I got a cloudberry cocktail. And then for our entrees, I decided to get the fin beef, which is a Norwegian reindeer stew. And then Chad got a salmon. And so everything looks so, so good. It's very homey in here. Let's dig on into our entrees and delight in some Norwegian goodies. Dinner was 10 out of 10. I'm so full, and we actually just walked 35 minutes over to a park. And while we were walking over here, I was gathering my first impressions of Oslo. And the biggest takeaway I have so far is that it is just so much more lively than I expected. I think I was going down memory lane of when we were in Finland and when we were in Iceland, like the other Nordic countries, and just how still and quiet it was when we were visiting. But now that I think back, we were visiting Finland in the winter, and we were visiting Iceland in the fall. And so right now we were visiting Oslo during the peak season. It is summer, the days are very long, and it just seems like everyone is out and about. There's so much life in the city, and I do love it. And honestly, the people here are just so athletic. They seem like they're made of muscle, and they're running all over the city. There's so many people out running that I even told Chad that I'm inspired to go to the track back at our hometown. I'm like, maybe I'll go for a run. And I never say that I want to go for a run. So that is how inspired I am by the people here and them getting out and about.
Yeah, I wanted to actually add that I was telling Claire, I was like, are they training for a war or something? Because it felt like all of the youth of Oslo were out running and training.
Yeah, and they look great.
Yeah. They eat great. They look great. They seem very happy. I think summer is just such a happy season for them because they experience winter to its full extreme.
Yeah, but now we're gonna go and walk around this park. I believe they're known for their interesting statues.
I mean, just naked statues, really.
Yeah, we're gonna go and look at all these naked statues. Maybe they'll be as fit as as the people here.
So I was getting curious after seeing the pure quantity and number of naked statues that were here in this park. I was like, why are they here? And apparently the artist was inspired by taking away all clothing so that there's a simplicity of humanity, I guess. You can't really depict what culture or identity these people are coming from, and all it's showing is different emotions. So anger, happiness, joy, and then the monolith behind me depicts the circle of life. So it's like from childhood to death and everything in between. So I actually have come to appreciate the art so much more than just it being naked statues. I love that it's just depicting humanity and it's open for anyone to interpret regardless of where they're coming from and what language they speak.
This morning we've wandered over to a hidden gem tucked away in the fish hall, and this is a gourmet grocery store, I guess you could say, where they sell cured meats as well as fish and oysters, shrimp, all sorts of different things, and it's run by a father and son duo, which I think is pretty cool. We just saw both of them out there. This morning we decided to get 6 oysters.
Got their smoked salmon as well, and then they have these little snack bites is what I think they call it, and apparently it has something to do with the history of Norway. Each one represents something different is what he was saying. I didn't fully get it, but I'm excited to give that a try as well. Well, here I am chewing on my hard candy from yesterday at the Oslo Opera House. And honestly, up until this point, I haven't even felt like I've been in Oslo. But once I saw this building, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the iconic building that I've seen in so many photos and videos online for years. And it's a bright, sunny day. Lots of people are visiting. There's actually a lot of cruise ships that come here, and I didn't recognize or realize that. But man, it's a really beautiful spot to be able to walk up to the top of this and just overlook the water.
Oslo is a huge city, and a lot of the things to do are actually quite far away, and so I feel like we spent a lot of our time here just walking around the city. And so for us, like, it is really great. We are getting good exercise. It's giving us time to reflect on the city and to digest from all the food we're eating. But I would say that if you are looking to save on energy and on time, book the hop on, hop off bus tickets, because I think if we ever were to come back to Oslo, that's probably what we're gonna do. So we'll link it here just in case you're interested. But yeah, walking probably what, 30 minutes to our next spot?
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes. Our legs are gonna be so strong, but
yeah, I'm old.
It would save time. That's the main thing. It's like, if you wanna see a lot, that would help.
We'll look like the fit Norwegians in no time, yes. But my calves are definitely sore. Next up, we are boarding this vessel and giving our legs a break. It is a 2-hour sightseeing cruise of Oslo, and I think we'll be able to see the whole city from a new perspective from the water. So very excited for it. Captain of this boat, Peter, has given us the best seat in the house. We are on the roof in the back of the boat, and we have just 360 views of all the mountains, the city, all the other boats passing us by, and it has been a very relaxing ride. Chen and I actually shared a skoleberd, which is a cardamom bun with icing, coconut flakes, and custard. It was such a good snack, and Chen was even doing some Sudoku just because it's so calm and relaxing out here. But one of my favorite things to do was to look out at all of the islands and the little homes on the shoreline. There are these tiny little cottages that would just be standing up on stilts, and it would be decked out on the inside. You sometimes see a whole family enjoying some time out on the water, and everyone would be waving at the boat. But I just thought it was so wholesome to witness that and to be able to see the colors, the bright, bright colors that they do paint their homes here. It's inspiring me to maybe go home and paint my house yellow, or just something a little bit more lively and bright than brown. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter.
Appreciate it.
We have had such a good time exploring Oslo over the past 2 days, from seeing what it was like way back when and just trying so many delicious foods, and that boat ride was just so scenic. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and if you're interested in following along as we go on a Norwegian food tour starting tomorrow, where we're going to try so many different foods, definitely check out that video. But with all of that said, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.